bit. I did blow my L5, and I just got injections. I didn't want to get surgery. But initially they said you may not be able to play tennis anymore, which is my passion. And that's how we referred to Lisa, because she obviously works with professional athletes, specifically tennis too. And at that point, I couldn't touch my knees. Like, that's how bad it was.
Wow.
So I went to see her, and I remember the first session, she asked me to try and touch my knees, which I couldn't. And she said, okay, I'm going to work with you for half hour, and then I'm going to let you know if I can get you back to playing tennis. When before, the doctors and the therapists told me that I could probably not even run, just like maybe jog a little bit and things like that. So she worked on me for about half hour. And then I was able to touch my knees on that first session, which was pretty exciting, to say the least. And then she told me she would get me back to playing tennis, that I probably need to make some adjustments. And she told me that I probably wasn't going to be able to play like I used to play. And she was right. Actually ended up playing better after my therapy for, about a year or so. I think I stayed with her for about 6 months, going on a regular basis. And after that, obviously it was work with her on site, but also a lot of work from home. I had to do my therapy every day, whatever program she gave me. She has these electronic, like sheets and timesheets and stuff like that. So I would just log in, see what I had to do for the day, and then just do it, just religiously, just follow the plan. And yeah, after about a year, I went back to just playing tennis, and a couple of months later, I was playing competitively. First of all, Lisa, right? She's the sweetest, nicest person there is. She understood what my issue was right from the get-go. That's one of the things that I really like about Lisa. You go there, she's checks you out for 10, 15 minutes, and she knows exactly what she needs to do. Which in other places, you go there and you feel like they're just going through like a checklist. When you call the phone company and say, I have this issue, and the person just goes through the checklist. That's what I felt with other therapists and other places I went to. With her, it was very personal, right? And she understood. I mean, she sees a lot of people and injuries like mine. So I like that. I would like that she was personal about it, that she understood right away, and that she made a plan for it on the long term, not just like, hey, do this now and then we'll see. Very emotional, obviously, from going to not be able to touch your knees and people telling you can't play tennis anymore, to go to nationals. That is possible, that you can do it, even if it's to the point where you can't touch your knees and it's hurting and you have nerve pain going from your back to your feet. If you put in the work and you trust her, it can be done. In my experience, I by all means wanted to avoid surgery. That wasn't even in the picture. I just told him it's not going to happen. I don't want to hurt myself further. From what I've heard, is sometimes worse. So yeah, that you can do it. Just gotta do what she says. It's part of my life now. Lisa is not only my therapist, but she's also a friend of mine. So it puts me in a great place mentally and emotionally, knowing that I have somebody that I can trust. So if I have another injury, I know who to go to. And not only that, but friends that I play with, at my age, it's not uncommon to get an injury. So as soon as somebody gets injured to where I feel like they need to go see someone, I refer them to Lisa. And I can tell you that at least 3 of my friends have been there, and they come back and they always go back to her because they have the same experience. They go back there and she gets them back to normal.